It kept me sane, I would say. I think because we were filming, you know, for like 4 or 5 months, and we were filming up in Manchester, which is like a 3.5-hour journey, or 3-hour drive back to London. And I'd film Monday to Friday, and obviously I'm in every scene. And then Friday night I would drive back to London so I could spend the weekend with my kids and take my little boy to football practice and give my daughter a big cuddle, and then Sunday night I would drive back to Manchester, you know, so God bless their mum, who was sort of holding down the fort whilst I was away. But like I think I was going through the experience of filming, but you know, for me it was my way of sort of forgetting everything when I'm sort of with them, and it's all about them. And you know, I do what I do in a sense for them in so many ways. Like I love my job, but you know, I love my kids more, and I miss them. And I think being a parent sort of just allows you the opportunity to kind of open yourself up in a way that you never thought you would. I think playing Joel definitely allowed me to explore parts of my childhood and my life in the past in a way that I never had. And I think sort of taking Joel's sort of, you know, guidance, kind of explore, and finally confessing to myself, like, what is my problem? Like, why am I like so many men do, we suppress our feelings and we lie to ourselves and we lie to the people around us in order to think we're saving the day and doing the right thing. But actually, when you're honest with yourself and you start really digging deep and figuring out why you keep doing certain things, I think it's quite an eye-opening experience. So for me, this past sort of year since filming, when after, you know, I had my own mini breakdown after we finished. So I think I was so exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically. It really just allowed me to open up Pandora's box within myself, and you know, that has aided me with my children, and you know, has allowed them to communicate in a more free way. And yeah, so it was a good job. I enjoyed this one. It's you know, changed me for the better. Well, we were fortunate enough to have had the opportunity to work together once before on a job called Their Finest, and as much as we didn't have huge amounts of screen time, I got to know him a little bit, and obviously being a huge fan of his work. And I think anyone who's worked with Bill or knows Bill will be able to attest to the fact that he is the consummate professional and the kindest, most generous actor you could ask for. So he came in knowing all his lines. There was no question about it, and we basically treated it a bit like a play. You know, we'd have an opportunity to rehearse the scene, and then we just kind of would play with it. And really, it was. I mean, it's a gift as an actor to have another actor come in and be willing and wanting to push you further, to make you better, and to try new things. So not every take was the same, and I don't know, it was just, yeah, it was a real, like a learning experience for me, watching him, being in awe of him, and you know, it was just a dream come true, honestly. He's just the best man I've ever met. Yeah.